right? Dalvin Cook is now 100% after this bye week. They're coming off healthy, right? The only real concern right now is their best offensive weapon, Adam Thielen. Today he was listed on the injury report with a back and calf, but he should play. So these two teams are going in healthy, all right? So here's what I expect with this game. The Bears are coming in playing with extreme confidence on both sides of the ball, expecting to win and gain respect from the national media. That's what these guys want. I expect the Vikings to come in and take out the Bears, and taking what they feel is theirs, first place in the division. They feel like they're the best team in the division, all right? So my play this week is going to be first half over 22.5. Teams coming, so, when teams are coming off the bye, they could be a little bit sluggish, right, on both sides of the ball, which kind of bodes well for the Chicago offense since they're moving. They've been doing really well, especially in the beginning of the game, right? They can outscore anybody. And if the Vikings do come out strong and they play well and they could score, the halftime score could be 17-10, pretty easy, 20-13, right, 20-14. So I can see it going either way with either team ahead, but with that, I'm taking the over halftime at 22.5.
Well, of course, I was expecting you to take the side of the Bears, and you didn't do that. And and I appreciate you talking both sides of this game. I mean, coming off the bye, I hate betting teams coming off a bye. I hate betting on pissed off teams trying to take the division back with what they believe is theirs. Right? They're getting healthy. Xavier Rhodes is coming back. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of the sharps that I've follow and talk to say they're taking Minnesota here, and I can't. I think, and I do bet against my own teams. I can just see a scenario where Cousins chokes. At the beginning of the season, what I say about Kirk Cousins, I said they gave away Case Keenum 13-3, and now Cousins is going to have all this pressure on him. Cousins is not a top quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He's top maybe 14. He is not a top 5 guy, and so I don't know what he's going to do against all that defensive pressure, right? And I don't know if they're going to be sluggish against coming out. So this is a weird total. I think it's like 45 or 46. I expect these guys to beat each other up bloody and maybe show some red zone defense here. I don't know, but at the same time, the Bears aren't even running the ball. The only person that runs the ball really is Mitch. Yep. So that worries me a little bit about there's going to be more points, right, with the Bears. There's going to be more plays per game, essentially the way they've been playing this game. So I'm wondering how much of the run game, if needed, what's going to happen here. So a lot of variance here. I'm staying away from this game, but I kind of see the angle you're taking. I just don't have an opinion on it.
Fair enough.
I have just one more play. Well, it's a teaser, and our premium play for our subscribers is Dallas versus Atlanta, but I have a teaser for everyone, and I think that, and I want to talk a little bit about this too. So I'm going to take the Chiefs, and I'm going to tease them all the way to plus 9.5 with Carolina versus Detroit. I'm going to tease the under up from 51 to 57 here, okay? And so, it's a high total, right? 51. So here's the thing about Kansas City. This is something that's weird that happened, and this oversteaming stuff does happen. So I'm really thinking about taking a position on Kansas City. The Sharps hit this at -1. The Rams were 1-point favorites when this thing opened, and it got steam, They're thinking, well, these are pretty equal teams. The Rams are slightly higher on the power ratings, maybe by a point or two. So the Rams should be favored by, at home. Well, they only get 1.5 for home. They don't get a full 3 because it's LA. They should be favored by 3 points. Well, this got oversteamed. When people chase steam, it keeps going over. They're like, oh, look at all this money's on coming in the Rams. I need to get on this. Well, I bet you the first person that bet -1 sure as hell wouldn't have taken -3.5, and that person might have taken the plus 3.5 here, on such a close game of great, athletes here, great teams. So, when I see this thing going past 3.5, I'm seriously considering taking a position on Kansas City. I didn't yet. I'm still watching this line, and I don't care if I don't play it. It's not going to hurt my feelings any. But you know that Mahomes can score. You know if they're down by 8 points or 9 points, they're going to score and get a touchdown left and onside kick it, right? I mean, this thing has backdoor cover written all over it with a guy like the Mahomes, Andy Reid, the Chiefs. Are you kidding me? So sure as hell not taking the Rams here, unless there's a pick 'em or -1, right? And so I think the safest bet is to know that the Chiefs are not going to lose by over a touchdown. No chance. I'm teasing that to +9. And on the other side of things, Detroit versus Carolina. I think Matt Patricia's smart. He's a defensive guy. He was defensive coordinator for the Patriots for 13 years. He's supposedly Bill Belichick's longest tenured guy before he left last year. He's gonna not let Stafford get killed anymore. He's gonna try to run the ball with Kerryon Johnson because they have no pass blocking. So they're gonna try to. That's gonna slow this game down a little bit. And the fact they're playing at home, I think their defense is gonna step up a little bit too. They've slightly improved. The Bears did try to run the ball a few times, and Detroit stopped them. Now, I think this 51's a disrespect to Carolina's defense too. Carolina's always been known with Luke Kuechly and that great defense, and I think it's a little disrespectful. And when has Carolina just been known to whip up teams? I mean, they did it at home, but then they go to Pittsburgh and they can barely score 14 points at Pittsburgh. And that was because of garbage time. I think they only scored 7 most of that game. Carolina is one of those average scoring teams here. I see this game probably more like in the low 40s, and so just to be on the safe side, I'm teasing that thing from 51 all the way up to 57 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, I like it. I've got a teaser for you.
Awesome.
And here we go. So I already talked about the Saints and Eagles going over 56. Okay, so I'm going to end up teasing that down to 50, right, and getting that over 50. So I'm going to be dropping that 56 down to 50. Talked about the Redskins in Houston, the under 42.5. I'm going to bring that number up to 48.5. That's going to give me a lot more flexibility there. Okay. Now, the third one, I was going back and forth on a lot of them, right? And I was looking at the Cardinals game, right? And I'm thinking, okay, it's 41 over under there, tease it up to 47. But you want to know what? I haven't decided 100% if I'm going with that or I'm going to be going with this team here because I'm really interested in watching it. It's going to make it fun, okay? So the last game that I'm dropping are going to have touchdowns flowing, right? This game was supposed to be in Mexico City, but because the field was so bad, they're bringing it back to L.A. Chiefs and Rams. 2 high-flying offenses are going to come to play and not have to worry about playing in that very high altitude in another country. The over and under right now is really high, 63.5. Okay, I'm going to drop it down to 57.5. Makes it much easier to stomach since both of these teams are going to be scoring in the 30s, right? So my 3-team teaser is going to be Saints Eagles over 50, Redskins Texans under 48.5, Chiefs Rams under. Chiefs Rams at
57.
57.5, yeah. Over.
Hey, man, there you go. I mean, you took a position on your totals there, and, why not? Hopefully one doesn't go wrong for you because that would make a bad day. But, I don't like teasing high totals unless I'm pushing it up high. But, we'll see if that one turns out for you. Personally, I can't do that, but the low totals is what I like to key on in teasing. But we'll see if this happens. It's like you said, there's more scoring in the NFL today. Yes. There really is, my man. Any other plays?
Mm-mm.
All right,
that's what I got right now, my man.
All right, I am out of plays as well. I do lean Detroit at +4, but I haven't made a position on that yet either. But we're gonna watch that one, see where the money goes on that one as well. But
you know what we call Stafford, right?
Yes, Captain Garbage touchdown time to
King of the covers.
King
of the covers.
Yeah,
exactly.
He definitely comes back and pisses a lot of people off, but it's great for fantasy. So, all right. Well, if you have any questions, please tweet us at the Odds Breakers, or please tweet at Cub Fan Danny. Danny, thanks again. Really appreciate coming on, my man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Thanks for having me again. It was fun.
All right, everyone. Remember your ABCs. Always be capping. Go get some winners.